I'm delighted to join all of you for tonight's dinner. We are here to thank everyone, not just the retired MPs, but everyone for your tireless efforts during the campaign. But of course, we are here to express our deepest appreciation to our comrades who have stepped down as MPs. All of you know this was my first election as Prime Minister, as Secretary General of the PAP, and I've told you, even from the very beginning, that I was bracing myself and the party for a very tough fight. We knew that cost of living remained a major concern. It was a global issue, but the opposition tried to pin the blame on us. And we also knew that there was a desire amongst a segment of Singaporeans who would like more opposition voices, even while they preferred to have the PAP continue as the government. And not surprisingly, we faced close calls in several constituencies. Right up to the final day of campaign, the outcome was far from certain. But in the end, Singaporeans made a clear choice: to maintain the balance in Parliament and to return the PAP to government with a strengthened majority. We are deeply grateful for this clear mandate and the trust that Singaporeans have placed in us. What contributed to the outcome? Certainly there were many factors. Chun Seng is overseeing the after-action review for the elections, and we will identify the areas where we have done well and the areas where we can do better and improve on the next time. But let me share a few reflections. First, there was the external environment. We said so in our manifesto, that this was a changed world. Many Singaporeans could see that too. They wanted steady and trusted leadership to navigate the challenges ahead, and they voted accordingly. Second, as a party, we learned from the experience in 2020. We stepped up our efforts in communications and social media, and we ran a more disciplined, coordinated, and focused campaign. Everyone pulled together as a team. And that speaks to the importance of us learning from every election, and that's why we must take seriously the review that we are doing for this election and keep on doing better the next time around. Thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, the results reflect the hard work that all of you as MPs put in on the ground, taking care of our residents, explaining how the government is helping them, speaking up for your residents in Parliament, improving their estates and precincts. It's through your dedication and efforts that we are able to build trust and lasting bonds with residents. Your actions show voters what the party stands for, a party that will always walk with Singaporeans every step of the way. So tonight, I'd like to say to all of you, thank you for your contributions and hard work. Thank you very much. Of course, a special tribute goes out to our 20 comrades who have retired from active politics. As Han Yan said just now, collectively, you served more than 280 man-years in Parliament. That's a tremendous legacy. The longest serving is Chi Hien, who entered politics in 1992, coinciding with the birth year of our youngest branch chair. Quite a number had entered politics in the 2000s. That means in the 2001 and the 2006 elections. That includes Eng Han, Maliki, Chi Hao, Amy, Biao Chuan, Sito, and Wee Kiak. Special mention to Sito, who worked hard over 3 elections to win the trust of Potong Pasir residents. And then others came in during the 2011 elections, like me, like myself, or in subsequent elections. They include Swee Kiat, Cheryl, Carrie, Derek, Don, Fahmi, Ki Hyong, Louis, Ling Ling, Miha, Tiampo, and Wu Ming. That's all 20 of our retired MPs. Thank you. I know the decision to retire wasn't so easy for everyone. Of course, a few of you, having served for several terms, were quite eager to pass on the baton. You know who you are. When you came to see me, you never failed to remind me that it was time to identify your successor. I'm looking in this direction. Some of you asked to step down because of personal reasons, whether it's family or other matters, and I respect your decision. A number of you could easily have continued for another term, but I had to ask you to make way for renewal and to make way for new blood. You understood the party's decision and you agreed to step aside with grace. And for that, I am grateful for your understanding and for placing the party's and Singapore's interests above your own. All our retired MPs have made significant contributions. Over the past week, I've written valedictory letters to you and in the process was reminded of all that you have done. In Parliament, you spoke up on a wide range of issues and for different segments of Singaporeans, from caregivers and lower wage workers to businesses and arts and cultural groups. Many of you also spoke up on behalf of your residents. Perhaps none more so than Tan Wu Meng, who never fails to remind us of the residents of Clementi. All of you participated actively in the GPCs, you provided feedback and views, and you helped us improve our policies, like the setting up of the Rare Disease Fund or the adoption of more flexible work arrangements. Many of you raised motions, whether private member motions or adjournment motions, on issues of national importance, from mental health and climate change to heritage conservation and end-of-life care. Not surprisingly, Louis Ng went the furthest. He not only asked the most questions, delivered the most motions, but he also tabled 2 private members' bills on the Good Samaritan Food Donation Bill and the amendment to the Wildlife, Animals and Birds Act. Well done, Louis. You have set a high standard and benchmark for the 2025 cohort to follow. Outside Parliament, on the ground, all of you were attentive and responsive to the needs of your residents in your own ways. You spent countless hours listening and resolving problems. You developed local programs to complement national ones, whether it's in digital inclusion or assistance schemes to help vulnerable residents. So all of you can look back with satisfaction and pride at what you have done. For example, the improvements in your own divisions, estate upgrading, new walkways and bus services, beautiful community gardens, a hot spring park in Sembawang, or Singapore's only BMX cycling facility in Brickland. These are all your legacies. Your efforts have strengthened the fabric of our society and built strong community bonds that will endure well into the future. Among the 20 retired MPs, I'd particularly like to thank the 6 office holders at Swee Kiat, Chee Hian, Eng Han, Maliki, Chee Hao, and Amy. I've worked closely with all of you, and I've learned a great deal from each of you. And I'm grateful that Chee Hian has agreed to contribute as a senior advisor in the Prime Minister's office, and Swee Kiat will continue as chairman of the NRF. We will continue to benefit from your counsel and wisdom. I'm also very grateful that all 20 retired comrades have made special effort to help prepare our new candidates. You showed them the ropes of being an MP. You brought them into the network of activists and supporters, and because of this, our new candidates did not have to start from scratch. They could hit the ground running from day one. And that is the PAP way, always thinking beyond ourselves and investing in the next generation. What I have mentioned is just a sample of the range of the many activities and contributions of our retired MPs. So once again, to our 20 comrades, thank you for your service to the party and to Singapore. And tonight, I'd also like to acknowledge your families and spouses, because being an MP is an all-consuming job. It requires sacrifices, not just by the MP, but also their families. And I'm glad that many spouses are able to join us tonight. Thank you for standing by your loved ones and supporting their service to our party and to Singapore as well. We've always known that the quality of candidates matters in every election. But this election showed us just how much it matters. Of course, to be clear, Singaporeans do care about national issues. They pay attention to the quality of each party, the values and platform that the party provides. But they also look at the individual candidates closely, their character, their track record, their ability to serve. They ask, can I trust this person? Can they take care of my family and their estate? Do they truly want to serve for the right reasons? And so in many closely fought contests, our PAP candidates made all the difference. In this election, we fielded 32 new candidates. It's our largest slate in recent memory. All of you know that I made this a key priority after becoming Prime Minister last year. I personally reached out to many individuals to engage and persuade them to join us. And I'm glad in this election we made good progress in renewing our ranks. But renewal is not a one-off exercise. It is a continuing effort. So we must continue to be on the lookout for good people to join our party, to join our cause. As leader of the party, this is one of my most important responsibilities. But I cannot do this work alone. I need all of you to chip in as well. Help us scout and surface names, mentor promising individuals, and support their growth. We are seeking people with the right values, who care deeply about Singapore, and who can shoulder the responsibility of public service. It has never been easy to find such people, and it won't get any easier. Some may express interest in politics, but we need to be sure about their motivations. Others may have the heart to serve, but they are not ready for the demands of public life. And that's why we have learned over the years that we cannot just rely on a few tea sessions or interviews to recruit and bring in candidates. It's better to bring them in early and give them a chance to serve on the ground. Let them gain experience and exposure, and let our activists and residents get to know them. Then we give them a chance to develop and grow, while we, and even the public at large, can assess if they are truly ready to serve as candidates. In the last election, we did a few of such early deployments, but a number of our MPs were introduced quite late in the process. So this is an area that we can and will do better the next round. And that means the work for the next election has already begun. We are resuming our tea sessions. We are casting the net wide across all backgrounds and communities. It doesn't matter if someone disagrees with us or has voted against us before. As long as they have the heart to serve and are prepared to make common cause with the PAP, we will welcome them on board so that together we can build a better Singapore. So, comrades, to conclude, we will begin a new term soon with the opening of Parliament in September. There's much to do as we start on our next chapter of our Singapore story beyond SG60. We have a full agenda and many challenges ahead of us, from the uncertainties in the external environment to the cost of living and jobs, as well as longer-term challenges like aging and climate change. But I am confident that we will rise to the occasion, because we are not just a collection of individuals. We are one team. We are the PAP team, united by a shared mission, bound by a common purpose. So let us move forward together with humility and with resolve, and let us honor the trust that Singaporeans have placed in us and secure a brighter future for all. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.